Hello. We're going to cover 4.5 using quadratic function models to solve problems. Today is Tuesday, May 19th. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday Monday. When we are given this equation in standard form, or you could be given y equals a x minus h squared plus k, or you could be given y equals a x minus r x minus s. Okay, so any of these three. Okay, so you're given any of these three equations when you are asked to solve or find x. Okay, so you're asking what is the value of x. This means you are given the y value. Okay, so if you're given the y value, you're given a y value that is equal y equals 0, or you're given a value that's not 0. But in either situation, okay, to find x, okay, to find x, you must move everything to one side. Second, solve for x by A, factoring, or B, using the quadratic formula. Given any of these three equations, if you're asked to find y, so you're saying what is y equal to, this means you are given x equals a value. Okay? Now, when x is equal to a value, that means that x is a value here and here, or here, or here, or here, right? So when x is equal to a value, the first thing you must do is sub x equals the value into the equation. And second, simplify using BEDMAS. So this actually is the easiest question, right, that you could be given. C, what if you were asked to find the max or the min? Well, the max or the min is the k value, right, in y equals a x minus h squared plus k, right? So the first thing you must do is to write equation in y equals a x minus h squared plus k form. Okay, and then state the k value. Okay, state the k value, which is equal to the y max, okay, if a is negative, or k is equal to the y min if a is positive. All right, we're going to do page 1, and then we're going to stop the video and come back and do page 2. Example 1, the function p of x is equal to the equation models the profit p of x earned by an ice rink. Mission cost is represented by x. Both p at x and x are in dollars. What is the maximum profit? When this occurs, what is the admin cost? So when this occurs, what is the min cost? Okay, and we're going to answer these using the guess method. Okay, so GUESS, what's been given, what's the unknown, what's the equation, what's the solution, and what's the sentence. Okay, even if you don't like word problems, you haven't found word problems to be overly successful, you use the guess method and it gets you started. Okay, so what's been given? Well, you've been given the equation. So p of x is equal to negative 55x squared plus 660x plus 20. It models the profit. Okay, so profit is p of x. So p of x is equal to profit. Okay. Admission cost is represented by x. So x is admission cost. So profit, you know, is in dollars. Admission costs in dollars. And oh, there it is. P of x and x are in dollars. What is the max profit? Now, the question what and when, the who, what, when, where, why, how, those are all questions for the unknown. But before I go on, I want to make sure that I'm really clear about the fact that P of x is the same as y. Okay? And then I go back to the unknown. So what is the max profits? The unknown is max profit. Okay, well max profit is equal to the k value, right? When this occurs, the fact that you're saying when this occurs means that k has an associated or a connected or a specific value associated with k. Well, the only other value that is associated with k is h, right? hk in the vertex form. So when this occurs, what is the admission cost? When this occurs, admission cost. Okay, so if this is the connecting idea, right? This is connected to this, all right? So admission cost is actually the value that's h. Now, if this doesn't make any sense, you could say, well, admission cost is x. Well, x is the same as the h value in the vertex, right? Because we know that the vertex is hk, where x is h and k is y. All right. So the equation, well, to find hk, use y equals a x minus h squared plus k, right? So we take the information from the unknown, the equation, and the given. We start with this. We could probably use the y equals more easily. Write the equation, and our goal is to get this form, okay? So we need to understand that this is standard form, and our goal is to get it into y equals a x minus h squared plus k form. All right, so we need to use this form, okay? But to go to standard, from standard to vertex, okay, we need to complete the square, okay? So to complete the square, all right, let's start. We take the a value and we divide both the bx and the ax squared by the a value. So negative 55 divides out the negative 55x squared plus the 660x divided by the 55. So y equals negative 55. These cancel each other out to give you 1x squared. 660 divided by 55, that's negative, will give you negative 12x plus 20. Okay, so now I have to find what the c value is. So y equals negative 55 x squared minus 12x plus c, right? Plus c minus c plus 20, right? So I have c equals the new b divided by 2 squared. So what's the new b? It's negative 12. So negative 12 divided by 2 squared is negative 6 squared, which gives me 36. I need to add it, and I need to subtract it. Okay? So I'm adding 36, and I'm subtracting 36. Okay? I need to take this number out of the brackets in order to factor the first three terms, which is the PST. So I want to factor the PST, which is the perfect square trinomial. So y equals negative 55, x squared minus 12x plus 36 plus 20. I need to multiply the a times the negative c to get that number, okay? So what is the a? Really, it goes down here. This number here. So negative 55 times 55, that is negative times negative 55 times the negative 36, which is 1980. So y is equal to negative 55, and I have to factor the PST, what adds to negative 12, but what multiplies to 36, which is negative 6 and 6. Add these two, they're like terms. So I get y equals negative 55, x minus 6 squared plus 2000. So I get my vertex form, which is this, right? So y equals ax minus h squared plus k. H is equal to 6 and k is equal to 2000. So I know that when h is admission cost and k is the max profit, I found my answer. So therefore the S in my sentence, therefore, since, let's do the since. Since H is 6 and K is 2000, therefore the admission cost of $6 creates or produces a max cost or profit. I think we're talking about profit of $2,000. Okay. Okay. Last question here on page 1. Okay. So what's been given? We've still been given this same information, right? So that this applies to A, but it also applies to B. So we're now a little familiar with it. If you can work ahead, knowing what we're going to do, that's great. So P of X is equal to profit like it was before in dollars, and X equals admission cost, which is in dollars, okay? And that Y we know is P of X, so negative 55x squared plus 660x plus 20. What else? The Rink's profit is admission. So the what is the Rink's profit? That's a who, what, when, where, why, how, right? So what is it? So what is Rink's profit? Well, we know that profit, right, is P of X. So we're wanting to find P of X, which we know is Y. Okay, when admission is $4. Well, we know that admission is X, right? Because we said that. Okay. So E, the equation. what do we need? Well, we just need an equation, so we can use y equals negative 55x squared plus 660x plus 20. So any equation would work for this. So the solution would be to take what was given, the unknown in equation. So we're going to use y equals negative 55x squared plus 660x plus 20. We're going to sub in the admission, right? So admission, going to sub in the admission of x equals $4 into y equals negative 55x squared. Actually, let's do that. 4 is squared plus 660 times 4 plus 20. Going to follow bedmass. So 4 squared. Because 4 squared is 16. We could do 660 times 4. 2640 plus 20. Multiply the negative 55 times the 16. Negative 880 plus 2640 plus 20. Don't have to clear that now. Plus 2640 plus 20. 1780. So the sentence, when admission is $4, what's the Rink's profit? Rink's profit is $1,780. Okay, I'll come back and do page 2.